Howdy, y'all. Oh, just taking a break from some yard work. Coming in, I feel inspired to continue with the chronology of my comic collecting history. And as promised, we're going to be getting into the year of 1972, one of my uber favorite years of collecting. My family came from Marion County, Mississippi to Cumberland County, Pennsylvania in the summer of 1972, to Carlisle, Pennsylvania specifically. And I suppose that kind of is where the worm turned. I started paying more attention to storylines of specific titles that I enjoyed. I started trying to pick the absolute nicest copies off the rack that I could. Kind of really adopting a more sophisticated approach, or as sophisticated as an 8-year-old can be. A more sophisticated approach to collecting. Again, I didn't even realize there was a population out there that collected comic books, or I wasn't aware of it more than just kind of on the surface. I look at the books and I can see ads for mail order and back issues and things like that, which I actually got into in 1974, but of course that is for a future video. But in 72, I really latched on to some specific titles and began buying them really on a monthly basis. Spidey was the big one. Captain America was another one. Submariner. Oh, I love Submariner from the time. In 72, I picked up a couple of other titles on a regular basis. I was already into Thor and the Avengers, but I discovered Daredevil. Really adopted a love for Daredevil. And the Hulk. My Hulk buying on a regular basis continued actually to, and this is, there's an irony to this, which I'm sure a lot of y'all will appreciate. The last Hulk book that I bought from the stands was number 181. That's more than ironic, yes, but that's when my initial interest in the Hulk kind of petered out. But again, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me show a few of my off-the-rack books from 72. This is Fantastic Four 119. It was on the stands in late 71, but it's cover dated February of 72. This was kind of the gateway into my love of the Fantastic Four, and when I began buying the FF on a regular basis. Terrific stuff. I keep glancing at my notes. Forgive me, I'm an old man. Here's a book cover dated May of 72. I think this was the very first Marvel Tales that I ever bought off the stand. I really began picking these up quite frequently as I was enjoying catching up on the reprints of the Spider-Man books from the 60s that I was too young to be enjoying when they were first published. Excellent stuff. Another May 72 book, cover dated May 72 book, is one of my first Hulk issues, 151. This is a real favorite of mine. You can see it's in pretty ratty condition. This is my off-the-rack book. So I can tell you that at the time I was still lending a lot of my comic books to my classmates. They would ask me, they would see me carrying them around, which was kind of a little risque and forbidden at the time in school, but I would carry around comic books and my classmates would like to see them. And I was a shy kid. I may not have wanted to lend my books out, but I did. I was shy and kind of weak. So I lent them out, and I never knew what kind of shape I would get them back in, and often they would come back kind of trash like that, but what are you going to do? Another one, cover dated May of 72, a favorite of mine, Love the Submariner. Great issue, MODOK, Dr. Doom, classic Gil Kane cover, some great Gene Colan artwork. Incredible stuff. This is a book that is going to figure in a future video of mine. This is one of my all-time favorite comic books. This is Captain America 151. And the next month, 152. This is a very, very favorite kind of two-issue story with the Scorpion and Mr. Hyde, featuring some blazing Sal Buscema art. Big brother John Buscema gets most of the attention, grabs some attention away from Sal. But I'll tell you what, in my humble opinion, Sal Buscema drew some of the greatest battle issues, particularly Captain America, although his Submariner stuff is pretty killer too. Sal could just be counted on for some blazing battle stuff. I mean, just incredible action. Really, the man knew and understood how to create a battle sequence. Blazing stuff. But to move on, here's another all-time favorite of mine that's been folded down the middle, I suppose from one of my classmates. But here's Iron Man 49. This is cover dated August of 72. Great issue. Love everything about it. Fabulous. Phenomenal. All-time favorite Gil Kane cover stuff. Amazing stuff. Love the Adaptoid. It's got some great George Tuska art in it. George is another one that doesn't get enough credit for just how phenomenal his stuff was. Love the book. Here's another August 72. Again, I was a devoted Submariner reader at the time, and this was right around the time that Bill Everett returned to the title. And I loved Bill Everett's stuff. It was so different than anything else that was kind of going on at the time. It just looked so different, and I really dug the way it looked. Right, great stuff. The period of 72 that's frozen in my memory, and again that I actually have designated as me becoming crystallizing as a comic book collector, was in the autumn of 72, right after we came to Pennsylvania. And I've showed this book before. Here recently, it's my off-the-rack copy of my all-time favorite comic book, Thor 207. I thought I might have a little bit more to say about 72, and maybe some more stuff will crop up. But I'm going to go ahead and just roll on into 73. Again, I'm trying to keep these videos as brief and concise as possible, focusing on the highlights and things like that. As memories come back to me, I'll talk again about specifics of certain years and certain issues. I will be showing some close-ups of some books, my high-grade collection stuff. These are all just from my unbagged reader stacks. I've actually gotten a few private messages already that saying, well, when are you going to show the really nice high-grade stuff? Well, that's coming. I kind of want to get through these chronology videos, but I will certainly start interjecting some books that showcase the beauties from the collection proper, as it were. But as I roll through, again, the chronology, I'm just going to show a lot of my off-the-rack stuff. So it is what it is. The next video will launch into 1973. We'll continue talking about my love of the 20-cent cover price period, which my comic history has revealed to be, as a whole, my very, 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 very favorite period of comic book reading. A lot of nostalgia involved. I love everything about the 20-cent cover price period, and I'll talk some more about that in the next video. So, thank you for watching. I appreciate all the terrific support that I'm getting with these videos. I enjoy making them very much. I'm having a lot of fun with these reminiscences, and to be able to share them with folks that appreciate them means an awful lot to me, sincerely. So we'll get back at you here in a few days. I'm going back out into the heat, to back into the yard to work on some more bushes and burn off some sugar and some carbs. So we will see you again very shortly. Happy collecting, my friends, and Excelsior!